Well, it's day 50 of the Trump presidency. And that's not a joke yet. Now, and his signature project, the wall on the southern border, is moving right along. The due date for contractors to submit prototypes is today. Because the wall is about to become a reality, I decided to meet with some actual experts on building to learn what's it going to take to make it.
America's southern border has been a hot-button issue for years, and now President Trump is pushing forward on his campaign promise to build a wall. But this is pretty much all we know about it.
That wall is going to be so big and so strong and so powerful.
Impenetrable, physical, tall, powerful.
It'll be a big wall, a beautiful wall, and we're going to name it Trump someday, maybe, right?
And Mexico will pay for the wall.
So I sat down with 4 experts to learn what a 2,000-mile border wall looks like and how much it costs.
I'm an architect. I practice in New York City.
Licensed engineer in New York and Connecticut.
Concrete guy, we're in the concrete business.
I'm an interior designer in New York.
As you all know, Donald Trump has signed the order to create the border wall between the United States and Mexico to keep America safe. Now, during the GOP debate in Houston, Trump said this.
This is a wall that's a heck of a lot higher than the ceiling you're looking at. This is a wall that's going to work.
Okay, now the ceiling of the venue he was in was about 80 feet high. Okay, so a heck of a lot higher than 80 feet. Now, I'm not an architect. Do you happen to know what a heck of a represents?
100 feet is probably a heck of a lot higher than 80 feet.
A heck of a is 1/2 an ass load.
Yes.
1/2 an ass load equals 20 feet, okay? So we're talking about a 100-foot tall wall.
Yeah.
Christine, you're an engineer. What do you need to do to create a wall 100 feet high?
If it's 100 feet high, then your posts would enter the earth about 2/3 of that, and then in between you would rig up precast concrete panels, which would probably be the cheapest.
And concrete guy, let's talk about how much concrete that is.
Yeah, we would calculate something about, 200 million cubic yards of concrete.
What does a yard of concrete cost?
Well, this area,
Yes?
probably like 2,000.
200 million times $2,000 a yard.
You got 400 billion.
$400 billion. And
that's all in concrete.
No, I don't think we can do that, because if
Yeah,
that's the
it's-
value of the concrete, we came up in a prior effort, the number of approximately $985 billion total.
But wait a second, where's that come from?
All the labor involved, all the overhead,
Excavation,
portable concrete plants,
dewatering.
swamps, and who knows what you're dealing with.
You might have a mobile forge.
When a wall sticks up out of the ground, it's a
I don't think we
little
can
bit-
show that on CBS, by the way.
If a wall sticks up out of the ground,
Again. I'll picture it.
Okay.
So what's your new number?
About $1 trillion close to.
Call it $1 trillion.
I had read that less than half of the length of the border is actually covered on our side with parallel roads.
Probably simplest just to build a 2,000-mile highway
That
while
would
we're doing
be simple.
it. Any idea what it costs?
I would say around the same price it would cost to build a wall.
Probably.
Okay, so just the plus another trillion.
Yeah.
Because what is a highway if not a wall on its side? So if we just do one crew of 40 laborers, how long does it take to build a wall?
742 years.
Let's try to get that number down. Got to get that down.
If we got to do it in 4 years.
We got 3 years
then
and
we're-
11 months, right? That's what we
then-
got. 3 years and 11 months of the first Trump administration.
That would be 8,000 people.
How many workers does it take to build the highway?
Probably half of that, 4,000.
4,000? Let's make 12. Let's make this 12,000 workers altogether. Okay.
That sounds about
All right.
right.
Great Wall of China resulted in 400,000 deaths of the people who worked on it. How many people could die building this?
You could probably keep it down to maybe like 100 a month.
100 a month is the most you want.
100 times 12 times how many years?
Call it 4 years, yeah?
4,800.
About 4,800 people die. 400 dead. That's more than a third of the workforce.
I don't know why anybody has to die. Nobody should die.
Obviously, nobody wants any, but we just have to be realistic here. Let's bump this up to like 20,000. Let's bump this, just have some spares.
That's probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea. Donald Trump has said that this will be a big, beautiful wall, okay? Robert, what is the quickest way to make concrete look beautiful?
One of our design concepts was to maybe turn this ugly wall into an outdoor recreation park, and we thought a big rock climbing wall. What else might you do with a 100-foot wall?
I love the idea of a rock climbing wall, except it's kind of antithetical to a wall you can't climb to make it into a climbing wall. So thank you, but let's move on.
So one other idea could be to wallpaper the wall.
I hadn't thought about that.
Might be pretty.
I love pretty.
I did a calculation on number of rolls of wallpaper as well.
Please.
I came out with about 27 million rolls for one side.
Well, we got to do both sides here.
54 million rolls.
54 million rolls.
But I would just say that if we need to do some pattern matching, forget it. You know, you got to match the repeat of the wallpaper pattern so that the seams match up. So let's add another 50% onto that just to be safe.
50% more paper?
Yeah, we're going to use a
Call it
large scale
100
pattern.
million rolls.
Now that we knew how much the wall costs, we had to get somebody to pay for it.
Hello, Mexican consulate. Can I help you?
Hi, is this Mexico?
Yes, can I help you?
Yes, hi, this is Stephen Colbert from the Late Show at CBS. Is there someone, can I take your manager, please?
No, I'm sorry. Just give me your message, please.
Sure, the message is, this is Stephen Colbert from the Late Show. We're trying to come up with some rough numbers. Obviously, this is, don't hold my feet to the fire over this, but we got a rough number of about $2 trillion to build the border wall, and I was wondering if you had that in petty cash right now. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. If you could just tell Mexico, that would be great. Thank you so much. Man, Mexico is going to be pissed. We'll be right back with Felicity Huffman.